we do know that women do face barriers, and that may be, they're living in a rural or a remote area, they can't get to a doctor easily. They may have there may be sort of shame and stigma around it. There may be sort of, family or religious sort of concerns that really stop them accessing services. Maybe disability as well. So there's lots of reasons why people can't get to a doctor, and it's really important that we have these innovations to increase use.
The services have proven popular. Why has it taken so long for this option to be available?
Look, I think partly, I do think that COVID has really pushed things along, I have to say. They're quite new in most parts of the world. And of course, what we've also seen is this huge increase in telehealth as well. So, you can talk to your GP or a family planning service and you can have that telehealth consult. But I think it is just, we're all looking at ways, innovations to make contraception more accessible to everyone, regardless of where you live and your background.
What are the trade-offs, though, with not having that face-to-face consultation?
Yeah, so there are trade-offs. I mean, I think I think one of the key things is that it's very easy to sort of get stuck in a bit of a rut, I suppose, and keep on going for your same old pill, and not be aware really of. We always want to make sure that women are aware of all their different contraceptive options, because what suits you when you're in your 20s may be very different, say in your 30s or 40s, and of course you don't know what you don't know sometimes. So it's really important that you have that chat with your doctor or your nurse to talk about those different options. And I know as a doctor, talking things through, and that may be face-to-face, but sometimes it's by telehealth as well. I can really sort of, have that conversation to work out an individual's woman's needs with her, talk about other options like an IUD, for instance, that she may not have heard of. And if she's having problems or side effects, we can really, chat those through and work out together how we're going to, best support her, how I can best support her through any side effects she might have. So I think there are losses as well, and we need to always balance those because we can't compromise safety and we can't compromise quality.
Well, on access, the TGA is currently considering whether the pill should be allowed to be sold in pharmacies, and at this point that isn't happening. Why not?
Look, I think there's a variety of reasons. I mean, again, I think we definitely family planning organisations support increased access. We need to look at these new innovations. Just for instance, in the UK, a progesterone-only pill has just gone over the counter after a lot of research and well thought out program. That's different to the combined pill, so it doesn't have those same risks of blood clots. So I think here we're just not quite ready for it. I mean, and not to say we need to look to the future, but we need to have all the right bits in place of the jigsaw. We need to make sure that we've got, training for pharmacists, so they again can provide all the information about the different options. We need privacy. If we think about many pharmacies, they don't have that private space, and women are going to be talking about very intimate parts of their lives. And also, we need to work out a funding model as well. So we would not want for women to be financially disadvantaged. We need to think about how that's going to be funded. Pharmacists would need a service fee. So I think there's some work to do, but I think we should keep looking forwards and work out any ways we can improve access for women.
The AMA has welcomed that decision at this point not to allow it to be sold in pharmacies. And they base that on the fact that the face-to-face consultation is what they think is best practice. But going back to those online services, how could they be any better than the pharmacy model?
Yeah, so they're different. I mean, look, the online, I don't know that they can be any better. I mean, they vary with the online services. There's, some of them have a chat function and you can access that chat at any time, and there's a doctor on the end of that chat. So they're run through doctor services, but you're not having that sort of consultation on the telephone. So I think, that again, I think there's lots of scope for different models, and different models will suit different people, and we shouldn't discount any of them. But we do need to make sure that we've got that good evidence behind them to show that they are, they are what women want, and they are, providing those options safely and effectively. And of course, the one thing we do know is that, and they're not for everyone, but these long-acting reversible contraceptives, IUDs and implants, can be very useful options, highly effective, but of course you can't provide those, you can't do a virtual insertion, but what you can do is have that telehealth consultation and then make that process easier if that's what someone's choosing. It's all about that individual choice.